Hello, gamers. Sadly, we are nearing the end of our journey. There isn't much left to do, at least not in vanilla. Colonies are nearly, well, the 2 colonies that we have are nearly maxed out. We finished off 1 Tesseract. All we've got left is to find the other big ol' hyper shunt, and to get that super unique bounty. Of course, before I do that, I do want to max out my fleet, which means getting more S mods. But I do have 5 story points already, so things are going to get upgraded real soon. Then after that, maybe I could switch out one of the Auroras for, or one of the Furies for an Aurora, because that would still be within the 50 deployment point limit. It would exactly be on the limit, right on the limit. So that would be nice, and then I could switch this thing out for a Hyperion, and that would put me at exactly 239. That being said, I don't really want to do that, even though that would work really conveniently, just because I like having both ships have be the same ship with the same loadout, because it means that when I switch back and forth, I don't have to adjust the way that I'm playing. I don't have to switch between 2 different modes, right? If I have an Aurora, that moves very differently, and it's going to play very differently than the Fury. And so having to not only switching ships, which is already confusing enough due to location being different, but then it gets extra confusing when you have to switch control schemes. I mean, it's not really that bad, but in a tight situation, it can be a little overwhelming, and so just having them the same makes it a little bit easier. Well, it's time to go home, and I think the first thing we're actually going to work on is something I haven't mentioned yet, which is getting the hyper shunt to work, because we have unlocked it. Now we just need to bring the resources to bring it back online, which is a lot. It's going to be a lot. That being said, we've got 6,000 cargo capacity. We've got 2 Atlases. You know, if I S-mod cargo holds on this one, then we're going to get probably, we're going to have like 8,000. And that's, we do need like 25,000 capacity in order to actually do this, so that'll be like a third of the way there. Not bad. It's really not that bad. Guys, look, it's the Halo device from the Master Chief game. Is that the Halo of 87? That's a bad joke. Don't laugh at that. As if I have to tell you. Of course nobody was laughing at that, right? You wouldn't be so foolish. Of course not. You've got a great sense of humor. That's why you're here. Okay, what is this? Oh, goody. It's just our friends at Tritachyon. They are surely doing nothing suspicious. Surely nothing suspicious is happening when I let those friendly Tritachyon people into my system. Of course. The Tritachyon is known for their honesty and trustworthiness. Of course. I mean, why would you even question that? Alright, let's sell a bunch of these. I only need like 150. I am going to need a bunch of those. Supplies. We're going to go with quite a lot. Okay, this thing can go into storage. As much as the Odyssey is a lot of fun, we're not dealing with that right now. Okay. Also, you're probably going to go into storage for now. Yeah. Down to 5,000, yeah. I just need to stack up enough Atlases, and that'll make it all work out. In the meantime, we did get a couple demods on our little guys. Easy fix, though. We got cash. We got money. We're making bank. Simple as that. Okay, and it's finally time to get solar shielding on everything. It's finally that time. We can just drive straight through storms. Literally do not care. It's just lightning is striking the side of your ship, and it's like, who asked? Who do you think you is? You're scaring the crew members. Damn it! You're making them all frightened like. But no, nothing's gonna happen because we've got for some reason, solar shielding helps against space storms. Probably not what the Asconian engineers intended when they designed it. But also, it would probably not be very good gameplay-wise if it didn't. Like, if it was literally just a solar shield, that would kind of suck. Nobody would like that. The fact that it applies to all hazards, that makes it a lot more interesting. That's on top of the fact that, of course, it reduces energy damage by 10%. Can you believe it? It used to reduce energy damage by 20%. That's ridiculous. Why did it do so much? Why? Of course it had to be nerfed. But it stood there with 20% for so long, and everyone's just like, yeah, in the end game, solar shielding's mandatory. Because remnants mostly use energy weapons, and 20% reduction for that many ordnance points is really good. 10% is still pretty damn good. Crazy. Wild. Right, I don't think you have any skills that I want. And same there. That's fine. We're all good. Okay. So, I do need to go start looking for atlases. Also need to make sure I'm buying these up when I get the chance. Wormhole anchor. So the other system I would colonize, I believe, has a gate. Is it Hull or was it Aresh? Yeah, it was Hull, because this one. And then it's got 3 stable locations, so there I could put a wormhole, and if I want to colonize somewhere else, I could just use the wormhole. Okay. Very cool. Very exciting. Yeah, story, there's just Pilgrim's Path. We can get you up just a little bit more. Those high difficulty bounties are actually most of the interesting content at this stage of the game. Aside from farming Ordos, but I mean, we did that already. We did most of that. Although going back with more S mods and higher level officers and making it look easy would be kind of fun. Now that being said, I might actually go with the expanded magazines I was talking about. This could be fun. This could be fun. And then I would of course want like this. And we throw that on. Of course I would want to S-mod it if I was actually going to do this. Which would give me 7 more ordnance points. As it turns out, this actually works pretty well. Let's test it out against a couple of high-tech frigates, and we'll throw in an Eagle. So the nice thing about this is, well, first of all, the mini pulsars are way better at taking out frigates than Sabos are. So that helps a lot against lighter targets. And against heavier targets, well, the problem that you run into with Antimatter Blaster and Sabos is that when you run out of Sabos, you're kind of suck against shields. Whereas this, if you run out of Reapers, yeah, you're going to suck against armor, but you also don't really need to be that good against armor. You've got kinetic damage and you've got a Cryoblaster. So it'll take you longer to get through armor, but once you do, you're going to melt through hull anyways. Which, for like frigates and destroyers, is just not an issue. Their armor's not going to be that much. Larger ships, well, if you're taking on cruisers or capitals, ideally you're doing it as part you're cooperating with other ships, and so they can deal with the armor. At least that's the idea. All right, and unlike antimatter blasters, which, you know, normally they're not going to run out of ammo, but they can in longer fights. You can run out of sabos, then you run out of antimatter blasters, and then what you're left with is a cryoblaster, and that's just kind of sad. But in this case, mini pulsars don't run out of ammo, so the only thing you run out of is Typhoons. So there's definitely a few advantages here. On the other hand, sticking with the other build, instead of S-modding magazines, I could S-mod like hardened shields or something. You know, I could S-mod something else, or unstable injectors, whichever 15-point hull mod is there. And then that can just be transformed into 3,000 flux capacity by getting more capacitors. And that's a lot. That does make your shields a lot tougher. So that's a lot of yapping. But look at that. Look at that. The combination of mini pulsers plus cryoblaster just demolishes frigates. And you can kind of see why you want elite. It's just that extra recharge speed makes a big difference. And I know for just 2 small weapons, it seems like a bit overkill to S-mod that. But I find that it's kind of worth it. I mean, out of all the S-mod bonuses, expanded magazines is kind of crazy with how good it is. Right, and then you do that, strip off the armor. And just like that, right? You overload with number 1, you hit them with number 2, Cryoblaster finishes them off. It definitely works faster. So I'm going to go with it. I am going to do that. And I have no story points, right, of course. Yeah, I knew that. I remember that. I definitely did not just forget that I had no story points. Unfortunately, I only have too many pulses, so I can't actually do that with the second one yet. But we will. We'll get there. Alright. I think for now I'll just leave it like that. And we're going to get out of here. Yeah, I do kind of want to go farming those. It's just... yeah, let's do something else first. Yeah, let's do something else first. We're going to go to Tritachyon, and we're going to see if our friends over there happen to have any astrals, and at the same time, we can look around for special bounties. And then we'll deal with whatever colony crisis happens to spawn, because something's definitely coming up at some point. I love how they're friendly. That's so nice. Surely nothing bad will happen while I'm away. I guess now it's a question of, do I get the second AI inspection first, or do I get the Tritachyon event first? I'd love to do the Tritachyon event first. I've already had an AI inspection, and it was disappointing. Although I'm sure the next one will be more powerful. The fact is that you've got to do it in sequence, right? The AI inspection happens multiple times, where Tritachyon is a one and done, and that would be nice to just get it out of the way. Alright. Do you have any work for me? Bounty. 2. That's interesting. 800,000 credits. Wait a minute. That's a station. I don't think I'm going to do that. You want me to go to war in the core worlds? Now, that being said, if you can isolate the station, like you can trick the patrols into getting away from it and then attack the station by itself, that would be pretty easy 800,000 credits. And this is pretty far, but I also have gates, so it's kind of not a big deal. Yeah, let's take that one. $4,000 units of fuel for a bunch of cash. You know, I'm not... like, our reputation is quite high already, so I don't need to go do a bunch of missions that I don't really care about. Alright. Okay. So no Atlas, unfortunate. I'm not going to bother with smaller shipping containers. Nuh-uh. I just want to get the big ones. Alright, give me an Atlas. That's a Doom. That's, do I need to retake my commission just so I can start buying these? I feel like that's the direction we're heading. We're getting the commission back. Because we're sitting at 100. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do that. We'll do that so we can buy it. Because we're going to need it. And at the same time, we'll buy more of this stuff because we need it. Oh, that's actually over capacity. Wow. Alright, well, you're getting that, and you're getting that. And we're going to drop you off at home. I'm not going to be lugging this thing around until I have everything. Wow, it's still not enough. Alright. Well, in that case... Oh, that's a terrible price, but so be it. Okay. So we're going to go back home. We're going to drop this off. And then... Do I really just want to go around looking for a hyper shunt? That's not going to be super exciting. Maybe what I should have done is just cheated off camera to figure out where it is. Maybe. Or maybe I should have been more thorough with exploring all the blue giants. Actually, one piece of advice I heard is that you can do the old galaxy instead of doing like young or mixed or, you know, any of the other options. Go with old. Because in the old galaxy, there's a lot more red stars and very few blue giants, which apparently makes it very easy to find the hyper shunts. And that makes sense, because there's always got to be at least 2. And if normally there's going to be basically no blue giants, and you see like 4 on the map, well, one of those 4, or 2 of those 4 have to have the hyper shunts. So in the future I might do that just to make it easier. Okay, so I've got to go do that. Still have a mission out here apparently. No, that's a mission I could accept. And if I'm going out there anyways, might as well. 100, 200,000, don't really care. Let's see. Asteroid belt. Yeah, these two are close together, which would be convenient. But I don't really need any of that money, so we're going to ignore that. We're just going to pretend that it isn't even there. Pretend I do not see it. Okay, closest gate is Hull. Well, that makes sense. And then while we're there... So that probably doesn't... hold on. Let me stay here. No, here. So I have not explored that one. Okay. It could be this one. While I'm here, I'll explore this blue giant just in case. I've not explored that one or that one. There's 2 blue giants in that one. So probably not those. Maybe one of these. It's none of these. There's a bunch of blue giants up in this corner, but I doubt it because there's already one over here. And I assume that they have to spawn some distance apart. It'd be weird if they were both in the same area. And this top right corner just has no blue giants, which is convenient. It makes life a little bit easier. Alright, let's go over here. Let's go back to this gate. Going straight back where we came from. Get us. Analyze ship. Yeah, it's kind of in the same direction. Let's take it. Maybe we'll find something nice while we're there. Whoa, is that the arc of the halo? Oh, that's actually a pretty cool effect. I've never actually looked at it up close before. Look at that. That's nice. Now apparently... Oh, growth. Now apparently gates sometimes have the particles that the ziggurat spawns showing up near them. That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it. If that's true, that's very interesting. I do know that the hypershunts, once you activate them, will have little particles, little motes. And what exactly that means, it's not clear. Right, so I think I wanted fuel production next. It only takes 150,000. Yeah, the upgrade to high command is quite cheap, isn't it? And the difference between military base and high command is... So there's different types of patrols. There's light patrols, medium patrols, and heavy patrols. And they scale up in the way that like a patrol base, you know, the basic one, has 2 light patrols, and it's always 2 light patrols. That's it. Once you upgrade to military base, then it depends on colony size. As the colony gets bigger, you get more smaller patrols, and you start to unlock the larger, medium, and heavy patrols. And the difference between military base and high command right now is high command gets +1 heavy patrol. And that's it. That's the difference. Going from military base to high command gives you +1. It scales the exact same as the military base, but it has +1 heavy patrol. Which is a bit weird at the smaller sizes, because I believe on a size 3 colony, military base is the same as, like, it only has 2, just like a patrol HQ. So you don't even have any medium patrols, but if you upgrade it to a high command, you end up with 2 lights plus a heavy. You just skip mediums. And of course, I believe making improvements also increases the number of heavy patrols by 1. So you can get this, it's basically the same, both make improvements and high command basically give you the same effect. More or less. Okay, fuel production. We're going to go with that. Man, we are slow. Can't wait to drop off this piece of crap. Whew. Alright, and of course, we do want to move a certain item over here. Just like that. And I've burned through my cash. It is what it is. Just gonna make it more. Simple as that. I mean, we are going to do a big bounty, so that should help. It should help quite a lot. Just refill that. Let's see. I should probably drop off the corrupted nanoforges instead of lugging them around everywhere. I really don't see myself needing all these corrupt nanoforges. But I gotta put them somewhere. Alright. That takes care of that. Man, have you tried making more money? Why are you so negative? Is hazard pay that bad? I mean, it is pretty bad. Guess it's because it's only got one. This is the only thing making money, and the military base does not. That's probably what it is. Alright, I guess that's fine for now. Let's go do some killing. Fun for the whole family. Oh, why are you stopping? I did not tell you to stop. Let's see, is this... Oh, I forgot to drop off the... Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. You know, let's take the shortcut. Let's go through hyperspace. Let's spend the resources to save a small amount of time. I nearly forgot to drop this thing off. That would have been disastrous. Being slow just isn't very fun, as it turns out. And of course, now I have extra fuel. Not all of it. No. There we go. Much better. Alright, now we can get out of here. Now, we can go kill things. We're not going to be late, are we? No, we've got time. So yeah, what's left on the bucket list? Getting the Hypershunt Tap online. Killing the other Hypershunt Tap. Killing the unique Dorito bounty. And then, well, I guess I could lump those two together as killing all the Tesseracts, right? So getting the Hypershunt Tap online, killing all the Tesseracts, and dealing with the remaining colony crisis. And that's it. That's all that's really left. It's always in a black hole system, isn't it? I wonder what these derelicts are doing with these black holes. Curious. And we can just go through storms. And they're never, it's just going to say avoids damage. Actually, maybe I can lure... Now, of course, the AI has been updated, so this is harder. But maybe I can lure the bounty fleet into the black hole, which would demolish their combat readiness and peak performance. That would be very funny. Let's see. Well, first I have to find them. Actually, one thing I've seen that was very weird is the name of a jump point. I was hovering over the jump point, and the name was Omega Jump Point. Instead of like inner system or outer system. It's just straight up Omega Jump Point. And you wouldn't believe this, but I then went to the star, and guess what was there? The Hypershunt. So I don't know if sometimes they're just, I don't know if that's a coincidence, or maybe if you're in a system, you should be checking the names of the jump points and that'll give it away. That would be funny if that was the case. It would be a really weird tell. A really weird way of giving the player a sign. But I'll have to try it out since I am looking for the other one. Well, I have not seen anybody yet. Is that a research station? That's a research station. Those are always nice. Alright, let's turn that off. Yeah, no. And you'll notice my combat readiness is completely unaffected, and I'm just sitting on the black hole. Whoa. For a second, it felt like my whole screen was turning, but no, it's not. I don't know. I guess just the lack of perspective when I zoomed in made it feel a little different. That's a pretty boring research station, to be honest. Like 2 weapon blueprints and resources, and that's it. Oh, the church won out. Despite being only +6 compared to 18 and 20. Okay. Let's see. If the expedition is defeated, the Ludic faithful leaving church worlds will feel more secure, resulting in increased immigration, stability, and productivity. And the Ludic church will likely abandon further efforts of this sort. Alright, well, that's what we're going to be dealing with, I guess. You guys, if you're interesting enough, might end up in the thumbnail. And if you're boring and lame, I might not even mention you. So try your best, church. Make yourself worthy of being an opponent. Unlike this damn derelicts who apparently don't exist. They're somewhere out there. Right, if I'd brought in transplutonics, I would build a sensor array, which I guess I've got enough. That should help me find them, at least. Yeah, so that's pointing at that. This is just pointing... Is this pointing at the jump point? Okay, now they're... I was over here earlier, and I guess now they're jumping out? That's interesting. 92%. Yeah, easy. This ain't no big deal. This is nothing. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Oh, and Double Reaper is actually great for this. Ooh, and that FTL music just hitting right. I actually really like the FTL music when I'm piloting in Aurora. Because the Aurora basically feels like an FTL ship already. It's like a blue Zoltan ship, as is. Alright, we just gotta make sure we hit this, and boom, gone. Taken care of. We can also deploy you. Let's get you on the field. I might as well put that. They're not going to get themselves hurt. No, of course not. As long as your frigates can handle most... I mean, like... Yeah, omens like this, they're just going to kind of hover around the point. They're not going to get themselves hurt. You might get yourself hurt, so I'm going to put you on search and destroy. But the omens, you can tell them to go capture a point where all the enemies are, and they'll hover kind of at the edge of their range and not really get hurt. At least not until they see an opportunity to go take the point. Okay, I am clicking like mad. Oh, I'm on the cryoblast. That's what I'm doing. Like, why is it not firing the Reaper? It's because I'm on the cryoblaster. You didn't see that. Nobody saw that. That didn't happen. And if you're asking what? That's the right answer. No, don't go backwards on the timeline. Don't look at it. I did not miss the Reaper. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's a lot of harpoons for no reason. Yeah, you're fine. Fortunately, don't think I can get behind... Here, come on, let me get that shot. There we go. What are you looking at me for? I'm not doing anything. Alright, let's, Hello? I'm clicking. Things coming out. It's a little odd. Alright, let's, not die. How about that? Good plan. Oh, right, of course it has a Mjolnir on the back. I forgot about that. Let's, Guys, I don't think you're even aiming at the target. What was that? Okay. Why are you maxed out on Flux? I guess he was probably trying to fight the Guardian. What? What? Buh? War? Where did all of that come from? Okay. It's a bit scary. Let's just vent. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, it really doesn't use antimatter blasters that much on these things. Alright, let's, yeah, you're gonna kill that. You are gonna kill that. You've taken a bit of damage, but you're fine. You're clean. Are you the level 7? Yes, you are. Of course you are. The one that took no damage is of course, a higher level. That just makes sense. That's the logical explanation. Simple as that. Okay. Maybe I can get those sabos. Yeah, there we go. Launch them. Got the engines out. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And the Afflictor got destroyed. Of course it did. Gotta get used to that, I guess. Yeah, I think you can handle that. I'm gonna use this debris as cover. Vent. Excellent. Call me the imposter, because I sure do be venting. Wait, didn't I make that joke in like the first video? I probably did. But maybe people have forgotten by now, and I can just recycle it. That's the trick to always being funny, by the way. Just have a few really good jokes. And then, when people forget them, then you recycle them. It's really as simple as that. Hey, I actually hit that. Excellent. Now what about this piece of crap? Alright, let's go faster. Come on now. Alright. And of course, you get yourself blown up. That's fine. 17. It's quite a few of those. Which is great, because that's going to be a lot of money. And I guess we're out of here. Well, first, I want to explore this. You know, we've got 2 story points from that. So not just cash, but also get a lot of story points from those, which is nice. Alright. Omega jump point. Well, it might be because it's... Yeah, the other Omega jump point was also orbiting a secondary star. So it might just be because that's what it calls jump points orbiting a secondary star. That might just be what it is. Or we might find the Omega in this system. And that would be real convenient, because I don't want to go hunting for them any longer than I have to. Bada bing, bada boom. So actually, there's one other planet. Is it really only 2? Yeah. Might as well go get the other one then. Whew, that is the Ord. Interesting. So this accretion disk actually has a name. It's not just an accretion disk. This is the Ord. Yeah, so omega jump point is just what it calls something orbiting a secondary body. Got it. Understood. Message received. Alright, let's survey this and get out of here. So it's not these ones. Could be one of the ones down. Well, it's got to be one of the ones down here. These ones are all too close to the other one. I don't believe that they would be over there. This one's too close to the core worlds. There's nothing up here. There's nothing in this sector. So it's got to be something in here. Well, that does narrow it down at least. Yeah, you know what? I'm probably better off actually using the blue giant instead of the black hole, because I feel like the black hole would overshoot. Yeah, it would have definitely overshot. And there it is. That was fast. Okay, comm relay. What else we got? Just one planet? Sure. Drugs, of course. I mean, what else do you need in an orbital habitat? You know, considering it's the mining industry that needs drugs, wouldn't it make sense if the orbital mining stations had drugs in them? That would make sense, right? Because it's the mining industry that needs them. But no, instead they just put it in the orbital habitats. I guess because they've got nothing else to put in the orbital habitats. Besides food, and, well, nobody wants that. Okay. Is that it? That looks like it. Sure. Let's get out of here. Eh, what's that? Mule. Alright. And debris field. Watch me salvage a level 7 officer right out of this field. It didn't happen, but it could have. Actually, maybe I should increase the number of level 7 officers. I mean, that's kind of cheating, but it's also just kind of more interesting. Of course, that would have no effect on the current game. Well, I don't know, that's not entirely true, because level 7 officers can spawn to fill out the rest of the numbers, as far as I know. So it's not entirely... So it might actually cause more to spawn in this game if I did that. But for the next game, I might put in more just to make it a little more exciting. So I've been here before. What am I looking for? Derelict ship, some distance away. Ah, of course. Some distance away. Naturally, that makes sense. Otherwise, I would have found it already. It's going to be one of these signals, and most of them are going to be fake. Oh, I think that does it. That's actually something out here. Hey, that was fast. No, I don't need to recover that. 7 crew, sure. I manifested it. What can I say? I manifested it. Level 7. It's right there. I love how all of you are showing up right at the end game, too. That's just lovely. What have we got here? Gunnery implants, ordnance expertise. This is the generic template. That's right. The generic template. So it comes with helmsmanship, combat endurance, field modulation, target analysis, gunnery implants, and ordnance expertise. And then there's 2 variations of the generic template. One of them has impact mitigation, the other one has point defense. Those are the sort of... They're generic because they're designed to be kind of good in everything, is the idea. Honestly, what would I put you in? I mean, you're pretty good for a Paragon. Comparing you to the other guy in the Paragon, you've got that. Earnest expertise, gunnery plants. The only change, really, is he's got energy weapon mastery and you've got impact mitigation. Other than that, these are actually the same skill sets. So that could work. Impact mitigation is definitely still pretty good with that elite bonus and minus 50% damage taken for weapons and engines. That being said, I do really... Yeah, I've already... On the other hand, I've already trained up an officer with the right skill set. So I could substitute you for another ship that's got a subpar officer. But the thing is, I wouldn't want to put you in an Omen. And the reason I wouldn't want to put you in an Omen is because you don't have systems expertise. I also wouldn't want to put you in a Medusa because you don't have systems expertise. So if I don't put you in the Paragon, what I'm left with is this. And that's it. And to be fair, elite gunnery and plants, that 4% ECM is pretty nice. You do have field modulation, so that's great. You do have combat endurance. I mean, really, the only thing that you don't have is systems expertise, but the Afflictor doesn't really need it to be in the same way that the Omens or the Medusas need it. It's more of an accessory for the Afflictor. So you might actually end up in the Afflictor, as sad as that sounds. As sad as that might be. I might have to retrain this over to elite combat endurance because those repairs are going to be nice. And then make you aggressive. But other than that, it's a really good skill set for an Afflictor. Is it worth giving up? Well... Yeah, it probably makes more sense just to shove this in the Paragon, doesn't it? Because I'm thinking, well, it sucks that you're missing energy weapon mastery, but you don't have it anyways. These are the same, like, these exact 5 skills are here, plus gunnery implants, plus impact mitigation, and you get more elite options. 5 instead of 2. So, it's just a straight upgrade for the Paragon, which is going to be more worthwhile overall. Even though I did get lucky and ended up getting the 5 skills that I wanted, so it feels like kind of a waste to throw you away. It is what it is. Bye-bye. So now we've got both of the Paragons with level 7 officers, and I have just the story point I need to go aggressive, and then retrain from that into that. Yeah, we want... Do I need the extra maneuverability, or would I want... Well, for a capital ship, getting 100% maneuverability is really good. That's true. And the Paragon is not exactly a low-tech ship, so combat, the elite bonus, while nice... Yeah, I think we can afford to skip that. We're going to go with this. So while it would be nice to have energy weapon mastery instead of impact mitigation, this is still an improvement from where we were before. Why are you in an Omen? What? Oh, was I on an Omen? Oh, I see. My mistake. I'll put you right back there. So now we've got 2 level 7 officers for the Paragons. Slightly different. You know, maybe... Oh, right, they still have insulated engines because it's doing the stealth mission. Should probably take those off. They don't really need those. Get more flux instead. That being said, maybe I could invest in heavy armor because you've got impact mitigation. Although you don't have polarized armor, so it's not... I'm not crazy about it. It's probably fine. Although with impact mitigation, you can afford to drop resistant flux conduits, can't you? Although the venting bonus is nice, the AI is rarely going to use it. And you don't need as much damage resistance because you've got impact mitigation plus S-mod at repair unit, so you should be fine. Just that I could drop that, and if I drop this as well, I could actually afford heavy armor. Although it's a Paragon, so does it really need that? No. maybe what I could do is get, like, the missile autoloader, slap on some Reapers. Or I could put, I've got antimatter SRMs lying around, I could slap those on. Yeah, there's a lot of things I could do with some points. We will wait and see. Maybe I'll do, like, 2 antimatter SRMs in the front and, like, salamanders in the back slots. Something like that. And hey, triple S-modded Paragons, even though one of them is solar shielding, so it's not fully combat. It's got a little bit of utility there. And then level 7 officers. Yeah, life is pretty good. Glad I came out here. I actually manifested the level 7 officer. That's just crazy. No, don't want that. I don't think anybody has ever wanted ore for anything. It's just, why? Alright, so we're done that. Now we just need to go back to the nearest gate. And get out of here. Although, you know, maybe I'll start up a colony here while I'm at it. Get a 3rd colony going in a different system. They're all connected by the gates anyways. Let's do a little jump. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's get a little closer. There we go. No, we're not going into system. That's nice. Okay. Do I actually have enough resources? Yeah, I should be. Yeah, I can build these. Alright, makeshift comm relay. Done. Go to another one. We'll make a makeshift nav buoy. Although sensor array is tempting because it will give better detection for slipstreams. I do want a nav relay so I can go faster. Actually, the system is really small, and there's only one planet in it, so I don't need speed that much. Yeah, we'll go sensor. Okay. And then I'll leave the last one opened in case I want to do the wormhole here. Alright, let's go start up a colony. Actually, do I have enough supplies? No, I don't. But we're going to fix that. We're going to go straight home and then we're going to come back. It's going to burn a lot of fuel. I don't care. Actually, if that's all I'm doing, if I'm coming straight back here, then instead of taking a long jump, I'll take a short jump. Save some fuel. Now that is some big brain energy right there. Actually, that's just obvious. It's not a very... This doesn't require a very sophisticated plan. Okay. I could turn... do I want to... Actually, do I need to buy reputation with anybody? Well, we're hostile right now with them because of our commission, which is something we have temporarily. Because we need these. We need those. Okay. Well, first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go set up that colony, and then I'm going to drop these off back at my home. That's what we're going to do in that order. Actually, this is probably the first time I'm going to have my colonies on basically opposite ends of the sector. They are not even remotely close to each other. A name for a colony. Outlander's Paradise. Will that fit? Yes. It is a pretty nice place, so I'm not lying. You know, it is kind of a paradise. Look at that. Great farm, great everything else. So, Hopefully, if I just build farming here, we'll get Luddic Majority again, which will then let it grow really fast. That'd be cool. Especially since it says the population growth is going to increase if we beat the crisis that's coming along. Okay. And then we can start, once we're going to use the Luddic Majority in order to grow the colony. And then we're going to go, psych, I'm going to build mining, and also tech mining, because vast ruins are worth it. Yeah, at least for a few months, because there's a decent chance of getting colony items and stuff. Alright, back to the gate we go. Actually, how's that crisis coming along? Where is it? Where is it? Colony threats. There it is. No, that's oh, right, it hasn't spawned yet. It's announced its presence, but it hasn't spawned yet. Okay. That's right, we gotta wait a few more months for that. Of course, not quite enough fuel. That is fine. I still have not activated the gate in Syndria. We'll go here. Buy some fuel from Sphinx, and then we'll jump home. Yeah, and Cruiser under strength, obviously. Drop most of them off at that colony. Okay. Actually, do you guys have atlases? No. Alright. Wow, did not even stand a chance. I didn't even stand there. I couldn't emergency burn if you tried. They were on point today. They were waiting for me. Alright, now let's get out of here. Back to Thunderlord's Sky Throne. I mean, that's just a name that radiates majesty and power, doesn't it? What? You guys Yeah, they still failed. I've got 19 AI cores in my cargo holds, and they still fail to find them. That's just embarrassing, really. Probably don't need all of these weapons. Should be selling some of them at some point. But that point isn't right now, because I don't really want to go digging through them. Alright, we need a lot more of that. Check. We need a lot more of these. Nope, not quite. There we go. Okay. And we can drop off. Well, before we drop off, actually, let's see what our cargo capacity hits if I take everything with me. 13,000. Now, if we slap on dry fields that we're not so slow, and cargo holds, and we're going to make that a template so we can get through this faster. Okay, so you got it. Copy, paste, and copy, paste. Now we're up to 15,000. All right. Honestly, it might be worth like temporarily investing in bulk transport. Although, no, that only provides a maximum of like plus 1,000. More or less. Because right now it's only plus, yeah. So that's not going to help. At least not enough to be worth spending a couple story points to spec in and spec out. But yeah, 4 atlases. Well, 5 really. 15,000. And I need like a little over 25,000. Oh boy. I'm going to need like, I'm going to need a bunch more atlases. Damn. And once again, I got fuel while the atlases were here, so I've got a little bit extra. That's fine, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. What was my next plan? Do need to deal with that, that's true. Well, I'm not going to wait around for it. I guess I'll just go see if he's got another bounty lined up. That could be nice. And we'll go check we'll check Kolan. They might have more atlases ready. We do need more of those. Yeah, there's really only a few things left in vanilla. And once I finish those up, I'm not going to sit here and make like a super empire or anything like that. I'm just going to move on to the next, well, more or less the next campaign. And then from there, in the next one, there's going to be a ton of mods and stuff. The mods are going to go crazy. Well, probably not go super crazy. Like Knights of Lud, very cool, but a lot of the stuff seems a bit advanced and a bit further away from vanilla. So I'm probably going to start with things like Diablo Avionics and Scalar Tech, which have their own cool, unique stuff, but the balance isn't too far off from vanilla. And the mechanics don't go too crazy. I mean, speaking of Diablo Avionics, there's been some very interesting modder drama that I found out about today. It's very interesting modder drama. Can you believe that? Modders having drama with each other. It just sounds like such a silly concept. But it's true. Apparently drama happens. Let's see. Yeah, we'll probably start with that. Okay, so we've done... Right, so I'm at Kulan right now. Let's go... Yeah, there it is. More Atlas. You got... Nope. Of course not. And for you, once again, same thing. Cargo capacity dry field. And it was off the open market, so the patrols won't harass me. Lovely. Let's see if we can get more over here. Yeah, no. Unfortunate. Any work for me? Bounty docket. 2? That's another station. 3. That looks a lot like a fleet that we did not too long ago. Right at the end of the last video. So we'll do that. That should be easy enough. And let's get out of here. Alright, hold on. Let's see. That's there. This is going to be done soon. So this is the order we're going to do things. We're going to go do that. And then we're going to go back home. Drop off the Atlas. Deal with this. And then from there... I would like to explore down here to try and find the other Tesseracts. And kill those. And then maybe that will be where it ends. Maybe. Depends on how long that takes. If it doesn't take too long... Nah, that'll probably... Yeah, that'll probably take like an hour, won't it? That should be fine. Okay. Gate. Gate? Where are you, Gates? Gates. It's a bit annoying how those move around. Intel tab could... Nope, come on. There we go. It's one of the more intimidating things when I started out. Could definitely use a bit of cleaning up. Well, at the very least, it does have mod functionality right now, because modders can add new tabs and it doesn't break anything. And so, which is great, because if you add enough mods, you're going to be adding a lot of tabs. And so not breaking anything is really good. On the flip side, good luck finding anything. Alright, fuel production is done. Still in the red, because of course it is. Once we turn that off, it's going to be green. It's only 175 hazard rating, though. It's really not that bad. I guess that's partly the high command's fault, because upkeep of 17,000, which is somehow less than the other buildings. I guess because the demand is being met in faction, whereas for this it isn't. So it's got similar, yeah, base value 18,000. 1.09 market up, huh? Yeah, it's the alpha core reducing the upkeep. 18,000, 21,000 base, and 15,000 base. So this thing's got the upkeep of of an industry, but it doesn't actually produce any income like an industry. And then you combine that with the hazard rating and the hazard pay, and that puts you in the negative. So be it. C'est la vie. All right, is there anything else we need? No. Yeah, we're just going to go with fuel production. Then at size 6, we're going to get fuel, refinery, and then we're going to plug in the hypershunt tap, which will then be fed by because at size 6 with a synchrotron core, an alpha core, and then we can put an AI core here to reduce the demand from 10 down to 9. And then we should be able to, and of course the administrator bonus. All of that should add up to exactly 9 transplutonic output and a 9 demand. So it'll meet its own demand domestically, and everything will be hunky-dory. And then with the extra industry slot, we'll make a mining facility. And then that will provide the volatiles for the fuel production, as well as the metals for the refinery. And then all of this will be self-contained. The entire planet will be just like, all of the planet's needs will be on the planet itself, aside from like food. And of course, organics. But I even plan to have organs going to be, because I'm going to be putting an alpha core here, which will reduce the demand for organs. And then, between the administrator and the alpha core, the organ supply is going to be at 4. And all my other colonies are only going to need a max of 3 anyways. So that should be so that'll help it meet organ demand across the sector, on top of being able to reduce the transphonic demand down to something that we can actually do without needing to spend story points. So alpha core here. So most of this will be, basically everything will be met on the planet itself, aside from drugs, organics, and food. No, wait, even drugs will probably be met domestically. Yeah, because once I throw on the alpha core, the population infrastructure will produce enough drugs for itself. So it'll be domestic goods, luxury goods, organics, and food. Those are the 4 things that won't be produced here. Everything else will be here. So it'll be a very independent planet. We don't need no core worlds. We're independent. Except that we need somebody to sell our stuff to, so we do need the core worlds. Apparently, if you've got your industries maxed out and well optimized, you actually lose money from killing out your competitors because you're selling so much of your stuff to them. You gotta remember, you can't make money selling stuff to your own faction. You gotta sell it to somebody else. That's just the way it is. And then on the way back, I can take that. Perfect. All right. It's the red giant over here. So, oh, perfect. There's a gate in this system. Well, that's convenient. Yeah, nothing exciting, of course. And even if it did give me something, it would probably just give me another corrupted nanoforge. That is the most likely outcome. Something that I would there's a few things I would like to do a bit more of in the next playthrough. Like, anytime I find vast ruins, I'll just drop off 1,000 colonists and make a tech mining there. And then just let them have at it for a few months before abandoning the colony. That can be worth doing. At least for vast ruins, of course. I wouldn't do it for most. Like, if it was like... Oops, I hit 4 instead of 5. For most, like, that's what I would do for vast ruins. I probably wouldn't do it for any other size of ruins. Even extensive ruins is kind of eh. Oh, you know what? I should probably get another administrator for that third colony I have. So I can keep my stability bonus. So this is offline, and that would bring it up to 8, and then my stability bonus would bring, management bonus would bring it up to 10. And then down here, yeah, the decivilized subpopulation, unfortunately, -2 stability. Sucks, to be honest. But it does give a little bit of population growth, I guess. It would be nice if by the... What should really happen with this is it should disappear as the colony gets bigger. Because, you know, having like decivilized raiders attacking your colony and destabilizing things makes sense at a small scale. But by the time you've got 100,000 people there, is that really an issue anymore? When you've got 1 million people at a size 6, is that really an issue? It makes sense for like 1,000 to 10,000 people, but for the larger colonies, it should just stop being an issue. Okay, so we've got this online. That's nice. But where are they? Just head over to Omega Jump Point. Looking for an Omega Jump Scare. And I don't think that this can find fleets, unfortunately. Although if it did point at fleets, that'd probably cause more issues than it solved, to be honest. Actually, that'd be a nice ability, something that helps you find fleets at long ranges in a system. Oh, there it is. There's some cash flowing in. We've got 1 story point right now. Let's grab ourselves some more. Tritachyon Deserter. You don't even have as many capitals as the last one. Looks like you've doubled up on some of the frigates. Still not that many destroyers. The Harbinger could be an issue. That could be a problem. Let's try and kill that real quick, if possible. Let's see, level 6, level 7, level 6, level 7. Yeah, we'll be fine. Wow, I even get to deploy everything right off the bat. Nice. Let's do assault orders. No, hold on. No, don't do that. There we go. I mean, the last one was pretty easy, so this shouldn't be too difficult. And then I'll have enough story points to S-mount that magazine that I put on earlier, and that'll be cool. Yeah, let's not do that. That's fine. Alright, so kill. I don't know why you're getting assigned when there's somebody right here. I guess because it's defending the point. I guess that's the logic. Yeah, kill it. Kill it right now. Excellent. Getting some more sustained DPS here would be real nice. Oh, you think you're gonna run away with your system, do you? Yeah, no, I'm way faster than you. No, that could be a little concerning. 2 astrals, though. Yeah, last time I think they had 1 astral. Although, to be honest, having both of them on the field at the same time just means they don't have really anything else deployed. And the astrals aren't that scary. At least not for this fleet. See, look at this. It's more or less going to be the same story against remnants. Alright. Alright. Well, obviously the only thing that really wants to go... Yeah, he's fine. The only thing that really wants to be going taking these on is going to be the Paragons. You want to deal with a Paragon? You've got to bring a Paragon. Maybe I can deal with this. Wait, is that a... That is a small salamander in the medium missile slot. That is a very sad weapon slot right now. Ooh, okay. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's just move you out of the way. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. There's a little bit of an ambitious attack, to be honest. Yep. Alright, I guess that brawler doesn't exist anymore. Didn't even stand a chance. No. Keep attacking. Don't back up. Keep going. There we go. Destroy him. Wow, he's actually gotten so close that she's in shock repeater range. Like, that is close combat. So you did kill it on your own. Good job. Just seems like, now you're chasing down a Doom. I don't know if I approve of that. And don't let the ion beam destroy you, please. That would be an issue. There we go. Perfect. That's beautiful teamwork. We'll take that. Let's vent. Where are you going? No, that's fine. You don't need to go over there. Everybody, literally the entire fleet has that, aside from the Paragon. It's fine. You can stay right over here where there's plenty of enemies to shoot at. It's the flight of the Auroras, I guess. They're just deploying all the Auroras at once. Alright, is this how it's gonna be? You're just gonna kind of backpedal while the Doom chases you around the entire map? Is that what we're doing today? That's what we're doing today. Alright. Well, you keep doing that and have fun. There's 4 Auroras on the map right now. There's way too many. I don't know if I like this. Yeah. I don't really like this. Well, it's going okay, actually. Especially if you help. There we go. Oh, I keep clicking 3 out of habit, but that's the Cryoblast, so I need to be clicking 1 and 2. There we go. Excellent. Yep. I don't think the Harbingers even hit the field yet. How did you guys end up all the way down here? I guess they really had to chase down that Fury, huh? That is pretty wild. So that's an Aurora down. You need to take out the Odyssey. Okay. Excellent. See if I can catapult these. There we go. That's a perfect shot. Yeah. Yeah, I think mini pulsars are the right way to go. Mini Pulsar and Reaper looks like it just gets the job done way faster on top of being less ammo reliant. And that's Omega weapons for you. Oh, you let me get the overload. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Now die. So that's that. There's a Doom. Please deal with that. You're gonna be fine, kid. Don't drop your shields. No, I do not like it when the AI decides to manually control the Cryoblaster. Is that it? Did we kill the Harbinger and I just didn't... I guess so. I mean, it is a Harbinger. They're not great under AI control. Even after they got a speed buff and a deployment cost reduction, yeah, they're still not great. They made sense in pre-phase nerf, but now they don't make a lot of sense. They could use a bit of work. Like maybe another speed buff and dropping their points to 15, something like that. Maybe if you did that, it'd make more sense. Now let me salvage some of these atlases, please. Oh, well, I'm not spending a story point on it. Screw that. I don't really need an Odyssey, but thank you. That's very appreciated. Send a single omen. There we go. And of course it requires story points, so nope, we're not doing that. Speaking of story points, we got 2. You just earned 2 from that fight. Excellent. No, I actually don't need to go anywhere because there's already this. Well, we can spend a little bit of fuel to get there faster. How about that? Another thing I might edit is the zoom distance on the strategic map. Sometimes it does feel a bit claustrophobic. Alright, how are you guys doing? Still building the farm. Let's see. Okay. Church. They are on the way. I guess we're going to deal with that next. And look at that beautiful red glow. Can you imagine the sky turning red like that? Because we put up a shield. That would be... I feel like there'd be a few complaints about that, really. Although, if you're turning the sky into a different color... What if there was like a... Okay, seriously? Knock it off. Knock it off! God, I'm gonna buy a mouse. I swear. I'm going to buy a new mouse. I'm getting sick of it. I put up with it for a while. I'm hitting my limits. What I was saying, it was about a custom sky color. Can you imagine just putting up some kind of thing in the sky that lets people customize it? Oh, that would be fun. The arguments over what color the sky should be today. There'd be entire, like, political debates over what not only what color should the sky be, but who should control it. Who should be allowed to have a say in the sky's color? Not that it matters, because it's just the color of the sky. As long as we can see, it's probably fine. So for you two, escort package is what we want. But we're not going to go there yet. Instead, magazines. Just trust me, it's worth it. Let's even that out a little. Actually, do I want to even that out, or do I just want to leave it at 800? Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. I mean, already the Mini Pulsar was doing well against actual Auroras in combat. And those had, like, officers and stuff. So against a Sim Aurora, and now with expanded magazines being S-modded, should be pretty good. Although having some other enemies firing kinetic weapons at your shields makes things a little more challenging. Let's just dodge those sabos. It's fine. Okay, zero flux boost, activate. Let's just turn around to confuse the salamander, and there we go. Let's see how this performs. It's looking pretty good. Although you do have to stay very close because the range is not long. Can we miss entirely? That was part of the plan. I mean, against a lightly armored ship, the Cryoblast is just going to destroy it anyways. And yeah, that's basically it. That works pretty well, as opposed to doing the same thing with this, which is the older style. Let's see how the Sabos compare against our friend the Mini Pulsar. And then also, of course... Oh, right, this doesn't even have... Right, of course, because this is the linked one. It doesn't count for player skills unless I move over here. That would not be a fair comparison. That would be absurd. That's much better. It's like, why is it turning so slow? And then, of course, having the heavy blaster as well means that I need more flux dissipation rather than... And see, I don't really have a way to overload them unless they choose to overload to the Sabo, which, why would they? I can burst down a small ship about as fast, but I think against larger ships, I'm going to have better sustained damage. And I'm also going to be less ammo reliant than the current version. Nope, that was not what I meant to do. Yeah. I am liking the Mini Pulsar direction. But as it stands, don't really have much of a choice for you, because I've only got one Cryoblaster and 2 Mini Pulsars. Which is really unfair. But we're going to fix that soon enough. First, we got to go kick the church, because they are getting uppity and think that they know what's up. They do not. Target analysis. Systems. And now I'm just looking for gunnery implants to show back up. And then for elite skills, I'm thinking field modulation is pretty important. That's probably why it's dying, to be honest, is because I don't have this yet. The reduced phase cloak cooldown is pretty important. And then I'll get combat endurance to give it more survivability. No, I can't do that. I need to, if I'm getting gunnery implants, then I need to get that, the ECM. Right. Okay. Yeah, let's go kill the church. We'll go show them who they're messing with. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got 14 class battleships. You know, if I was going to use those, that'd be tempting just for the opportunity to salvage them. October 12th, 13th, cycle 215. Yeah, I was thinking... Because I think I started my colony in cycle 208, didn't I? I think I did, if I remember correctly. How many days are your way? You're pretty far. And then even then, I'm on the space restart, so that definitely slows things down in the beginning. I think next time I'm going to aim for cycle 207. Or you know what? Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try to speed run a colony and get in like in the first year. Maybe I'll try that. You know, if I was just going to drive straight this way, they are far enough that I could have just taken the gate. Now we're taking the scenic route. It's prettier this way. You can watch the storms outside the window. Aren't they gorgeous this time of year? Yeah, I don't think I'm buying that. If I'm going to spend a big bunch of credits, I'd rather save up for a Star Fortress. Planetary Shield can come later. Speaking of which, you should probably get some defenses, like a high-tech station. And then ground defenses. Yeah, if I'm going to invest money, this would be the way to do it. $54 days away. All right. Well, hopefully we don't miss them. They are pretty far away, so they're going to be closer to the core worlds. Yep, so that finished. Cache looking good. 16% accessibility. Wait, it still has isolation from other colonies? It's not... It is pretty far out, never mind. Yeah, close to the core worlds would be like here. So this is like medium distance, and then these would be far. They really are basically on opposite sides of the sector. Maybe if I went down here, it would be truly opposite. I wonder who this is. There we go, isolated them. I wonder if we killed this one, if the other ones will give up, because this is clearly the biggest one. So is this the leader? Is that how that works? Okay. And then we'll do A. Just like that. Now for the church, the big scary thing is going to be the Invictus. Because that can do some serious damage. But again, with this fleet, that should not be an issue, because the Paragons should be able to withstand. You know, they've got fortress shields, they just turn those on, and, well, your barrage is kind of meaningless now. And everything else should be able to dodge. Like, good luck really getting into biting into an Omen when you can't turn very fast. I just don't see that happening. Actually, really the main thing to be concerned about would be the Furies, because if left to their own devices, they will surely die. Also, that's a lot of broadswords. Yeah, that maxed out my flux already. At the same time, actually, I could use the Furies to bait the Invictus into using its system, and then just burning out of there. That would be pretty funny. Like that, basically. Alright, let's vent. Yeah, we're surrounding them. Except for this one. These guys kind of escaped. I'm not sure what you're firing those sabos for. Don't think that was the best idea. Let's clean this guy up. Oh, that didn't make it through. Darn. That didn't make it through either. Deleted. Alright, so we'll let that happen. And we're just gonna zoom our way around here. Oh, that has sabos. That's not good. Yeah, I probably should have tried not doing that. Oh, and now I can't transfer, of course. Of course. I thought that they... So if you transfer right... So apparently you get like half a second after dying before you can transfer. Where you can still transfer. And I waited half a second too long. That's just unfortunate. Yeah, with all those broadswords and sabos coming my way, I really should have gotten out of there sooner. Now, please tell me I get my skills after transferring and that it's not still bugged. It's not bugged, okay. I do get up to 3 charges, which means... And just based off of the way it feels to pilot, yeah, we're good. Oh, these dang broadswords. You guys really love your broadswords, huh? I mean, they are pretty good. Is that all Mark 9s? It is. So, kind of an odd setup. I'll turn off the mini pulses because they're not very useful here. Okay. Come on. Cryoblaster, go. There we go. So I think they had 3 Invictus. Should be another one. Yeah, let's crack open that side armor while the Afflictor does his thing. Perfect. There's the 3rd one. Honestly, could have taken on all of them at once, really, by the looks of it. Even if you've got level 7 armor officers in your Invictus, it is meaningless against the power of this fleet. I really love the way that mini pulsers just delete frigates. Well, mini pulsar cryoblaster. Compared to having to use sabos or trying to hit the... Like, it's so much easier than trying to hit the animator blaster shots, which I inevitably mess up. As evidenced by every video I've made so far. Come on, score the kill. Come on. There we go. I want to get out of here, but I won't until you kill him. So kill him or die. It's as simple as that. Okay, we could probably have you retreat so you don't get yourself killed. I think that would be wise. Now we're seeing a bunch of Invictus. Or Retributions, rather. Okay, so let's try and not fight 2 at once. Let's fight 1 at once. Nope, that's still not a good idea. Ooh, dodge that. And block. Perfect. Yeah, now they're just going to die to their Paragons. Perfect. None of these are getting through. They've got the point defense on point. There we go. Victory. Do I have... Yes, I do want to pursue. Let's clean that up. Uh-huh. That's mine. 2 Invictuses that I could grab. But I'm not going to. Obviously. Little Church... Yeah, that was it. That was the core of their fleet. In fact, I could continue fighting them, but the smaller fleets, unless they group up, are not going to be worth anything. Okay, let's go to the gate, jump over, maybe grab another bounty. Actually, no, I'm just going to go down here and start exploring. So we'll go here, transfer over there, and then we can start exploring all these blue giants to see if we can find a Tesseract. And then that should be it for today. Although, I do want to have a look. Luddic Majority. The bonus is doubled. So it still says +1. It still only says +1. But the text of that's a bit weird. Why doesn't it just say +2? Instead of saying +1 and then having additional text that says the bonus is doubled. That's weird. Anyways, that's pretty good. +2 stability, +2 farming for light industry. And that does bring us up to 9, even without the administration bonus. Not bad. I could even invest story points into pop and infrastructure to get us up to 10, if I wanted to. Now you, hopefully, will get Luddic Majority once you hit size 4, because I built farming. And then hopefully it'll still be doubled for you. Ah, yes, of course. Oh, wait, hold on. I had it backwards. It's already free part. Okay. I was confused a bit. Just a little bit confused. Yeah, we'll pay that. We can afford. We don't need money from this colony. We want to put money into it so it can get growing. Man, your accessibility sucks. Yeah, all we can do is invest. I'll have to grab another alpha core and jam that in there. Oh, story points. We're up to 3 again. Excellent. Gotta repair this. Oh, I was still in the second one. That's interesting. Okay. Still carrying this thing around, of course. Naturally. So this is where the gate is. And now we're going to go hunting for the Tesseract. Which should be way down there. In the land down under. I mean, to be fair, Omegas are about as dangerous as the average Australian wildlife. So them being in the land down under, that's fitting. I can practically hear them saying it. I can practically hear the voices of the Omega in my ears. Oh, mate, you coming down to the Bobby this Saturday, eh? Ugh. Frightening, really. So, have I actually checked this one? Because I have not claimed any of these. I'm also really low on fuel. Maybe I should be getting more fuel. Well, this doesn't look like a hostile system, so I don't know why I haven't claimed these. That's odd. Except, I mean, I had to be here in order to activate the gate. I was probably in a rush. Oh, these are controlled by independent, are they? How did that happen? Did they claim it for me or something? It's a little odd. No way. No way! It was already in the system that I found. Okay, well, that's convenient. The system where I found the gate and I didn't just check this. Alright. Well, I guess it's time for round 2. %. You're not gonna have malfunctions, are you? That would be annoying. And you can escort, and you can escort, and we're just gonna do this. We're gonna get our Omega weapons, and then we can upgrade the Fury to match the other one. Alright, let's have a look. What have we got? A 3rd reality disruptor. You can't be serious. And it looks like the rest of the weapons are the same too. So I'm guessing that for each different large weapon, there comes with a specific loadout. That's what I'm guessing here. So that whatever you see the same large weapon, you know all the other weapon slots are the same. That's what it looks like, because I've had 3 with this exact loadout. So I only got 1 reality disruptor, unfortunately, from the first one. Hopefully this one gives me the reality disruptor and the volatile protocol driver. That would be nice. You know, among other things. Yeah. Please waste all your time shooting at that. I appreciate it. I'm not even using some of your own weapons against you. Yeah. We're looking good. Just look at that, demolishing him. let's try... Let's see. In fact, we can even try for no losses here. I mean, it's not entirely in my control just because AI being AI, but... we can certainly try. Hey, there we go. Easy as that. Life is so much easier when you've got a cryoblaster, let me tell you. Somehow you fell really far behind. Looks like the Paragon is winning. There's a lot of fighters. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, please take care of that. Thank you very much. So we're going to get the omens over to you. And we'll change that to that. Oh, did you kill it? No, it's just out of visual range. Gotcha. Actually, I need a lot more story points, because I forgot I still have to S-mod, like, the omens built-in hull mods still need to be S-modded. I haven't done that. And that's going to be quite a few story points to get that done. Go, go, Reaper. Scare them off. I don't think it worked. I think that worked. That's pretty good. Alright, you can retreat so that you don't die. Looks like these guys are getting harassed by some of the fighters. I mean, they'll clean them up soon enough. Alright, so the destroyer was destroyed. All that's left is the little guys. So that's a retreat. Okay. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm hitting them with the Reapers is really a fool's errand, but I'm gonna keep trying. Oh no, did you drop your shields and lose your engines? Shame, really. If only you had just not done that. Yeah, I think the Medusas are gonna have a much better time attacking these things than I am. With those phase lances. Oh, come on. Yes. Yeah, of course the Medusas. So we're not going to get no deaths because the Medusa decided to Sudoku, as it were. Unfortunate, you know, really sad. It is what it is. So that's a bunch of fighters. Yeah, and that's a bunch of fighters. Okay. So you can come over here. 3 can get that. We can drop that. That's fine. In fact, we can go on autopilot. No, never mind. We're not going to go on autopilot. Because, of course, it's going to try and deal with the fighters. Right now, you can do it. That's fine. And those are just going to get cleaned up. You... Did these... No. The other Medusa hasn't even arrived yet. Yeah, so the Paragon by itself is actually going to struggle against this. Especially if it never puts its shields up. As you can see here, it's just not putting its shield up. Despite getting... really a genius move. Like, you know, nobody would... Okay, nobody would see that coming. It's so dumb that it's smart. I lied. It's actually so dumb that it's dumb. But don't tell the Paragon pilot that. Thankfully, we can actually show up on time to help. Because we're fast. Isn't that neat? Why don't you guys... Look, I get that there's fighters over there, but some of you could get over here to help. Come on now. Although it does look like the Paragon's mostly pulled itself out of the situation. We're fine. We are just fine. Got him. Hey, Tachyon Lancet, let's go. Come on. Boom. Alright, so all that's left is this one frigate and a bunch of fighters. Alright, Please get them off of me. So what did we lose? We lost one Medusa. That's pretty good. Last time I think I lost some omens. Like I lost an omen. I think I lost both Medusas. There we go. Just gotta clean up these fighters. Because unlike normal fighters, these things have unlimited range, and you do have to kill them instead of... I think what happens with normal fighters is if you kill all the ships on the field, they just kind of explode spontaneously. Which is a nice feature. I like that. Alright, now we're going to look at the loot haul, and then it's over. Victory. Boom. Okay. So we do get both of the large weapons this time. Nice. The game was nice enough to give us both this time instead of just one. Maybe it only gives you... Maybe if they're both the same weapon, it doesn't give you both. Or maybe it's just random and I'm reaching. Once again, only one Cryoblaster. But I only need two, so I can't be too mad about that. And I do now have enough mini pulsers that I can actually finish off the builds. How many of these? Yeah, total of 4 antimatter SRMs means I could put 2 on each Paragon. That's looking pretty cool. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, of course I don't have that. Nor do I plan on restoring this one because I do not have any colonies nearby, and I don't plan on putting any colonies nearby. So, first things first, we're going to switch you over. Yeah, we're just going to do it right here, right now. Cryoblaster, expanded magazines, S-mod that, boom. 1714. Just like that. Alright. Gonna have to restore those when I get back, but otherwise, we're looking pretty good. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.